Oh, okay, yeah. Hey.
Hey, Des.
Hey, how are ya?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Des, I'm going to start off. Just a review over the last 48 hours. Like, how tough was that to watch back?
Yeah, it was, like, no lie, pretty tough to watch, and it's just upsetting to see that we couldn't put out on the field what we've been working so hard for. If we want to get better, we need to be accountable for our actions, and individually and as a team, and I think there was a lot of honesty in our review, which was really good to see. Fortunately enough, we have, this next round versus Wales again to kind of rectify that and produce a result we're happy with and build some confidence, especially leading into the World Cup.
2-on-2, 1-2.
I think if Laurie calls air, Tanya, I think get through. Yeah, if you can.
So this week is shorter turnaround. So yesterday, instead of it being a full day off like normal, we're trying to simulate what it would be like in World Cup, which is travel day on Monday.
Tomorrow will be a heavy contact day, get those hits in and practice our D shape more thoroughly. And then Wednesday, we're traveling back to Sydney. Thursday is our mixture of fast and captain's run because we play on Friday. So slightly different to what we're used to, but nothing that we haven't done before.
Nice speed, Sammy. Wide.
The stakes are really high for this weekend at North Sydney. There isn't a big an occasion for the Wallaroos to be able to focus on shifting mindset, resetting for a big moment and a big occasion.
You talk about, the perfect time to get a kick up the butt. And I would say that, 2 weeks before the World Cup is the time you'd like to receive it. I think everyone took it on the chin and really said, today's a new day, this is a new week, let's make sure we're leading forward and not putting ourselves in the same positions.
Their intensity has been up, which just makes everyone around them a whole lot better. There's so much potential in this team and I just can't wait to have it released or something.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3! Okay!
As far as you knew, we were going on to have a chat with the lady principal from Rugby Australia, going on there doing that. And we're like, oh, okay, fair enough. It's important. Our theme was team first. We're like, yep, we're going to learn from someone who's next Wallaroo. I was like, okay, yeah, it's late, but it's all right. We're going to do it.
My low-key was bumming out. I was like, this stinks. It's 7:15. I want to go to bed.
Because when we came in the room, there was numbers on the chairs with our name. And I was like, oh, we're obviously doing one of DK's mental things because he does so much with us. I don't think anyone even assumed there would be anything else behind it. And then
we actually had a cool experience with Kirsty Gidder. She came on and we sort of spoke about her involvement in her time within the Wallaroo space and being within the 23 and sometimes not playing, but understanding that you hold a vital part within the team, whether it be, the playing role or the off-field role. So that was cool.
And then Joe was like, is there anything else you want to say? And she was like, yes, look under your seats. And everyone's rummaging around under their seat finding an envelope with your name on it.
Looking under your chairs, please.
We had no idea what it was. We're like, oh, cool. And so everyone's opening these envelopes and jokingly being like, you get a car. We're like, what sort of sponsorship sort of thing is this going to be?
And then pulled out the piece of paper and it had our squad list on it and our ticket to the World Cup, which was really cool. But
I think I was actually the first person to figure out what it was. I actually screamed.
But I just hear someone shriek and I'm like,
Oh my gosh. Now we've got our ticket and I don't think I'll ever throw that away.
And this is one of those moments that you're not going to forget. You know, the room burst into tears as we're all reading our names on this ticket that says you're going to the Rugby World Cup. I got goosebumps just thinking about it. It was you look to the left, you look to the right, and I was just I could tell you who was sitting next to me. They did it so well, and it was so nice to be able to share the moment with all of the coaches, all of the players. I know for a fact I'm never forgetting that. That feeling, that emotion, how that made me feel and experiencing that with everyone like that. Yeah, I'm never going to forget it.
I think for me, it was really special seeing girls like Brie Hoy. She experienced a similar injury to me last World Cup and I obviously got on that plane and she didn't. So to be able to sit there with her and see her dream come true was really cool. And then you just look around at the old girls, obviously, another one for them, but the young girls the likes of Waiata Ellis, she's 17 going into a World Cup. She was uncapped at that point receiving that news too. So you just like look at that and you're like, wow, like this is so cool. Like the Rugby World Cup's like the pinnacle of rugby. Like it's happened 1, 2, 4 years, and I don't know. I guess I was just really shocked. It was I don't know. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I just sort of started freaking out, and then a lot of girls started crying. Everyone was happy, but yeah. The pressure of it was really high, especially for myself. If I'm fully transparent, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself. I think it has allowed the group to really go, this is us. Like allowed to come really tight together and go, we're working for a goal here to be the best Wallaroos team we possibly can be for this World Cup. And for myself personally, even if that isn't me on the paddock or me not on the paddock, I'm really determined to put us in the best spot to hopefully perform at this World Cup. And however that looks, and I think by having done this, really allows us to grow, come tighter together and really focus on that team first mentality too, and yeah, just bring it onto the paddock.
Laurie just told me that she's not going to the Reds thing on Monday, so I'm really sad. He said it's still very tight just because I'll only have 2 sessions with the team before I would have to play. So 3 rehab runs into a team session and then probably do the contact, I guess, the day, whatever that session is before.
Like, what's the best plan? Like,
probably you being here.
Yeah, right? No, that's fine. We'll go with that. Yeah, let's lock it in on there then. Yeah. All right, I've made my decision then. Okay.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate part of the game that players, and especially some of the star players for the Wallaroos, are injured in Pesipalu, the current skipper, and Charlotte Kazak as well, who's been a superstar transition across from the Sevens game. It's a huge loss for them, but I think it's come at a time where they've got test matches with the Wales game that those other players can step up and try and fill that role, and they can build those combinations into the World Cup, that in the chance that they aren't there isn't going to be a huge gap that's missed, but they're doing everything that they can to put themselves in the best position to be available when they are fit and ready to go, which I know that both of them will be doing everything they can to be able to be in that position, because it's a Rugby World Cup and they won't leave any stone unturned to make sure that they're there to compete.
So I played against Fiji and then 3 games during Pack 4, and then we went over to New Zealand and I ruptured my syndesmosis and fractured my fibula in like the last 2 minutes of the game. Since then, missed the Wales campaign and been rehabbing my ankle, hoping to make it back for the Rugby World Cup.
You think I'd pay attention when the physio was showing me. As it happened, they went to score a try and I tried to get under it, and we did save a try collectively like that. It obviously cost my foot in that moment, and so like I actually tore like a clean tear of my Liz Frank, and so then had to go into surgery straight away. 15 each side.
15-second hold each side.
Short lever. It is really hard. Like, I'd love to put my best foot forward because I feel like that's how I contribute to this team and to the performance on the field with my skills and attributes. But I can contribute to the 80-minute game, whether it's support, whether it's like peer coaching on the sideline. Like, that is my way to contribute to it. And it sucks that I'm not there, but I back everyone in the team. Like, we're all in the World Cup squad for a reason, so people will step up and do what they need to do.
You'll become the minus here, and you guys will have folded around that side, okay?
We focus on clarity here. Let's make sure we've got our fix from last week, which was making sure we're all like locked in for this. Let's make sure we're shadowing the people if we're a finisher, and we're really like focused on our job. We can still enjoy ourselves, but no silly shit. Yeah, I think the squad's feeling really positive. We did have a lot of reflection and internal conversation, and I think we've come to a good place where we're pretty confident with a lot of what we did. We just need that execution piece to be a little bit better, and that's playing to conditions. We want to prove to the crowd and the supporters that we can play this kind of rugby as well as the fast, dry rugby that we have become a bit accustomed to.
Good.
I think we still are yet to play our best rugby. Obviously, we've had girls in and out too with injury. I think it's really exciting knowing that we probably haven't had a full strength team on the paddock, but we're still able to get a job done. So it excites me that that's yet to come.
Nice.
Do I have to take this off? Just hide it behind my back.
She told me how to stand.
Like that. Are you taller than me?
No, bro.
I think you are.
We're the same.
Really?
Slightly in, bro. I'm ready.
Maya Stewart, looks like she went down after she passed the ball. You can see her clenching her knee. Hopefully it's not too bad.
Rolled into that Fiji week and was probably feeling really good and just got out on the field and my knee had, other ideas. But I think coming off the field, I was sort of taken back to the trauma of the last World Cup being like, is this going to be like it? But I think I just kind of looked back at that and was like, I had to assume the worst, like I'm not going and that's that.
Unfortunate to see that in a Rugby World Cup year, just the first test.
Yeah, I think I had to assume the worst because I was like, I feel like holding on to hope is a really hard thing when that the way that things can go. So it was almost like you experience that awful feeling of like, God, I'm potentially not going, but then it's calming as well at the same time being like, I've seen that before and I'm familiar with that, so it's okay. But got back and got the scan and it ended up being just meniscus, so it was like a massive pressure reliever, but...
Stay leaning, lady.
Hurry up!
Why are you coming fast?
Sit down!
I think it's been really good that the coaches have still kind of put her in the mix. So she's been in those June camps where we're just kind of building. Yeah, I think a lot of the girls will get heaps of confidence out of having her back out there.
When she comes back onto this paddock, she's put in the work, she's ready to go. Even watching her now, yes, she's not back yet, she's got another week, but watching her now, she's there.
I can't, I'm facing this way.
The week after the first test against Wales, we had some pretty hard conversations. And I think a lot of girls had conversations with themselves. I know I did, reflecting on what I probably could have done in the lead up to that game and in that game to kind of change that result. And
we were probably all more on the same page and we were able to come in on that second week, being our last test before the World Cup, and bring it together and put in a performance that felt really good, obviously.
Let's go out and remember that this is the last time we're on home soil and this is the game that will let Australian supporters remember who we are.
I think the biggest thing for us was how we conducted ourselves probably in that first 15 to 20 minutes. For me, especially even the first 5 minutes, we knew going out there we need to start really strong, and in the past it's something we may have struggled with or started strong and then not retained it. And within our first 5 minutes, we were on our line in our 22. And in the past, that has been a place where we have conceded points and we did it.
I think probably to start the game, we defended heaps and it was a bit of a challenge for us defending our line. I think it was 16 minutes worth of defence and I was capped at 40 minutes and I kept looking up at the clock being like, is this all the game's going to be? We're defending, but it was really positive signs to be able to hold them out for so long and then
we flipped sort of the momentum and get down into our 22, and we were able to convert quite quickly, and then having defended so long, then scoring, it gives you that really nice feeling that, okay, we're out of that area, we're down this end and we're playing footy. And it sort of just like rolled on from there and the floodgates kind of opened.
Yeah, it was so important to close on a positive note. It's just that feel good, play good, right? And I think, yeah, it was really important for us before heading into this World Cup campaign because, yeah, as I said already, we've been training extremely hard, putting so much time and effort. And for the most time as Wallaroos we've had together ever in a year, especially building up to a world-class event like this, and to finish on a note where you feel good about what you put out there and you're really proud of it, but also know that you have another level in you, another level in the Wallaroos that we can really take further again. So yes, it was so important for us to end on that positive note, but I think it was even more important that we got that positive note because we have been putting in so much work, and we also know there is another level to us, and we're really excited to show the world what that is.
Kind of gave Caitlin Holst the eyes, and she knew to just like sling it over the top, and Freddie was calling like the overs to me, so it was a cool moment to like sort of feel that after being out for so long, and just feel like, you know, we're already sort of there and doing that again. When we play the kind of brand of rugby we've been training to play and conduct ourselves, we're a really strong team, and I knew we were, but I think that was a massive confidence boost for the group that what we're doing and what we're training will pay off and is paying off. And then heading into this World Cup campaign, yeah, I think it was a massive confidence boost for us. We're really proud of it. I know I'm proud of it. And if we can keep playing how we're training, the way we're challenging each other at training, because honestly, we train so brutally and we challenge each other so much, but then if you unfortunately don't put that on the paddock, people go, oh, what are you doing at training, right? So I think it felt really good to kind of put that onto the paddock, and now heading into this campaign, it's something we're definitely trying to translate further into our game. Obviously, all of our individual performances matter, but putting those together and being able to operate as a team, like when we're all on the same page, it just makes things so easy. But you've seen the week before, like we weren't obviously there and on the same page, but when we do come together, it's really nice. And it's crazy like what a week can do, because essentially their team was unchanged and we had some small tweaks here and there. So I think just like not waiting for the game to come to us and sort of coming out firing in the warm-up and being there and being ready to just go together.
I'm so proud of each and every one of you, not just the people that took the field, but every single person and every staff member, because this week's been tough. But the way we've kind of conducted ourselves and got on with the job, that reflects all of the effort over the last few months, and that sits us now going into the World Cup in a really good place. All right? Girls, you should be really proud of yourselves, because I'm really proud of you. 1, 2, 3.
Hey. How are you? Say hi,
I thought the balloons would keep everyone entertained, so if I can firstly, welcome and thank you for joining us this morning on this auspicious occasion. It's wonderful to be able to have all family, friends, special guests, and in particular the little ones who are hopefully the next Wallaroos and have the legacy of the generation to come. Well, someone over there has just touched the lights. That's just making sure everyone's awake and ready to go, so we're good. It is an incredible moment to have that privilege to put your Australian blazer on. So without further ado, Catalina and Mossa.
The more people I talk to and how I feel myself, it's just feeling ready for it. I think it's something that we've been working towards for obviously the last 3 years from the last World Cup, and we've come so far as a squad. We have an opportunity now to start challenging each other and working harder to be the best team now that we can be. Like, the team has been chosen in terms of the 32, so it's not about like getting to the World Cup, it's now about the performance side. Like, I genuinely believe like on the talent that we have in this group and the ability to shake it up, to come this World Cup and really make a statement. I know we can do it. I just really hope these next 2 weeks really gives us time to make those connections even further and just that belief. Like, I want the girls to believe that what we can do at this World Cup is huge.